So let's talk about typecasting in Python. And what is typecasting? Typecasting is just a way of you converting a variable or a data from one data type to another. You can convert an int to an integer and an integer to a float in Python. That's basically what typecasting is in Python. And let's say now you want to collect an age from a user and you want to print out this age in 5 years time. What the user age will be in 5 years time. What you just do here is just saying that okay, age is equals to input, right? And now we want to collect the age from the user. So we want the user to input this our age and we want to print out the user age in 5 years. So if you just go ahead and do it this way, print out in 5 years, okay? Just go ahead and print out in 5 years, right? In 5 years, you will be. If you just go ahead and print out in 5 years, you will be. So say in 5 years, you will be, and we are just trying to say, okay, we are trying to print out the age plus 5, right? So we want this, we just want an addition between the age and 5, right? And okay, there should be a plus here, right? So when we run this now, and when we input the age as 5, and we're expecting in 5 years to be 10 years old, but there's an error here, and it's called type error, right? Can only concatenate string and not integer. This SL stands for string, and this INT stands for integer. So the problem right here is that this is an integer. Python is treating this as an integer, but Python is treating this as a string. So the way out of this now is us doing something like this. Before we can add this together, we need to convert this to an integer. Because okay, if I just go ahead and comment this now and just print out, okay, let's just print out the type of the age we have right here. So I should go again and run this and input 3 as age, we are getting a type of string. But if I just print out the type of 5 and let's comment this input, can getting an integer type, data type, right? So this is an integer 5, but age is a string. So to add these two together, they both need to be the same data type, or at least they should be addable. They should you should be able to add them together. So how do we solve this now? We can just go ahead and declare another variable right here. We define another variable and let's just call this age in 5 years. Age in 5 years. So let's add this way and we call this age plus 5. But this will still not work because it's just the same thing we repeated here. So what we need to do is to convert this data type to an integer, and how we do that is just by putting int right here. So when we put int right here, we have converted this data type to an integer, which we permit it to be able to add this together. So by printing out age in 5 years now, okay, let's just print out age in 5 years on its own. So age in 5 years now will give us addition of 5 to what we entered before. That's 10 right now. 5 plus 5 is 10. So that's the age in 5 years. And if you print out the data type of this age in 5 years right here, you will see that it is an integer. You can see it is an integer. That's age in 5 years is an integer. So the next problem now is how do we add these two together? Because if you still try to just replace this age plus 5 with age in 5 years, you still have an error here. You still have the same error here. So let's just see 5 again, and we are still having cannot concatenate string and an integer together. And the reason why we're having this is because this is a string and this is an integer. Those two are not addable. You cannot add them together. So what you do here is convert this to a string now. So and how do you do that? Is just by having like this. Now we have converted this age in 5 years to a string now, and we can add it to in 5 years you will be. So let's run this again, and now let's have 12 years, and now we have seen in 5 years you'll be 17, right? So that's 17 years old. Okay, there's no need for a comma here. So now we're having in 5 years you'll be 17. So that's how you work with conversion of int to an integer and a string to an integer. But let's talk about converting floats. How do you convert floats? So let's say we have another data type now. We have variable, okay, height now, and we want this user to input his height in meters, right? So we just say, okay, enter your height in meters. So we collect this height in meters and we want to print it out. Okay, we want to print out this height in centimeter, and what we need to do is to multiply whatever height this users enter in meters by in centimeters. So the next thing we have to do is to convert this data type first. We can just say okay. And another way, instead of just defining another variable, is that you can convert it right here. We want to convert this to a float because height can be in decimal point and all that. So we can just have float right here. So float is a decimal data type. We've talked about data type before. If you've not watched the video, go back and watch the video. I will really, it's like very good and I recommend that. And you can see even when I highlight this now, I'm seeing the data type of height float. That's a variable, right? Float. That's the work of VS Code. So now what I want to do now is, okay, I want to say this height now. Okay, height in that's just centimeter, and this is just this height we have here multiplied by 100. So we just want to print out your height now in centimeters is, okay, your height now in centimeters is, and we just want to add this, the string version of this height in centimeter, and that's all we need to do. So right here we say enter your height in meter, and I'm entering 156.50, and now you can see your height in centimeters is this. And this is just an example because being 156 meters at all is weird. So we have it that way. So I'll just go ahead and, okay, for height again in meter, I'll just like to okay, put in 12. Okay, let's just say 12.5. And now you are seeing this height in centimeter. So that's what you need to know about data conversion, right? And the last one I would just like to show you right here is converting a list to tuple. Let's just say we have a list here called my list, and we have this to be 1, 2, 3, right? And the type of this list now is a variable list, right? As you can see here, list, and all the values inside is an integer, right? But this is a list. That's what we have there. But let's say we want to it as a tuple. All we just need to do is to print out this as a tuple, or just to enclose this as tuple, my list. And when I print this out now, you can see this was initially with square brackets, but now it twists with a parenthesis. That's different between a list and a tuple. That's different between like the definition of a list and a tuple. So that will be about typecasting in this tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch your recommended video. Thank you. See you next time.